Welcome into the Sports and Wellness Center post-game show with the man who loves camera time almost as much as he loves anything else in the world, including 60 minutes of good quality hockey. Coach Phil Esposito. Coach, 60 minutes tonight is what the boys gave you. A 6-2 victory over the defending champions. What was the difference tonight?
I think the first difference was 18 players on the bench tonight. It's just one of those things where, we've been shorthanded for so long. It's nice to come back home, have a few days off, get a bunch of guys back in the lineup that weren't here, and then put together a really good game at home. In 60 minutes, I've been telling the guys, you've heard me say this before, put together 60 minutes and good things will happen, and that's what happened tonight.
Now, certainly not to denigrate any of the dirty dozen that you've had on the bench for the past few games, but I think one of the big was the inclusion of the finishers in the lineup. Kirshner, Holt, Seifert. What do those guys give you in terms of flexibility and the ability to close on a play?
Well, it's just one of those things. I mean, they're really good with the puck. They're really good goal scorers. They when they play the game the way they're supposed to play and they do the things they're supposed to do, like take the body and open up holes and stuff, they get chances. And when they get chances, they score goals. And, it's not nothing against those 10, 12 guys that we had for the last couple of weeks, but, you can't have 2 or 3 guys in the lineup doing the scoring all the time. I mean, it's got to be a multitude of guys. It's got to be, secondary scoring. It's got to be guys who aren't your usual goal scorers in order to win big hockey games, especially against good teams. And that's what we did tonight. I mean, we had a pretty vast array of goal scorers tonight.
Certainly did. Now, tomorrow's going to be a little different challenge here, probably one you haven't seen in a while. You'll be playing the Delaware Federals, a team who's only got 2 games under their belts, lost 12-1 tonight to Cape Cod. Do you think that's easier or harder than preparing for a team, say, the defending league champions Akwesasne, in terms of who these guys have, and what you can expect?
Well, I think it's just one of those things that it's a lot harder to deal with because, you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know how the guys are going to respond. You don't know whether or not it's going to be a continual, laugher or blowout type thing. And I'm not putting the cart before the horse here, but if it does happen, it just becomes very, very hard for the guys to control themselves. I mean, you're a professional athlete, and your mentality tells you that you just kind of keep going until the game stops, and it's very hard to kind of turn it on and turn it off. And you hate to have them turn it off now, especially that we're coming down the home stretch, of the season here, and then not get it back on. So it's kind of one of those things where you got to just kind of going to have to massage it a little bit and then figure out how to work it.
Well, tonight the valves were on and it worked. A 6-2 win over the defending champs Akwesasne. Coach Esposito, thanks again for your time. Good luck tomorrow.
Thanks, Marco.
That concludes our post game from here at the Ice Arena. We'll see you tomorrow night against Delaware.